Hello, friends. I do not have my magic camera working that gives better color. So my apologies for that. And I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had to mess around with my networking stuff or whatever, my live stream program again. So let me see if I can actually see what's going on here. Thank you for your patience. And I'm thinking that if this doesn't get a little easier for me, I'm probably just going to go back to the old way of doing things and save my money. Just saying. Um, let's see what's going on my Facebook. Okay, so I'm there. And the thing is, like, I'm not seeing comments on here now, am I? Okay, there we go. All right, so I've got comments from YouTube. Welcome, Lisa. Thank you for being here. They're both connected now. I don't know what the deal was. A little bit of lagging, I'm sure because of whatever. I'm here and I'm excited. We are going to, I think I'm going to work on more of the January paper pumpkin since this is Creativity Made Easy. I don't really have a plan for tonight because I was still trying to figure everything out. Now, what I want to do is I don't need this because I can see all the comments now. So hopefully everything works. I'm going to get you flipped down to my work area. I just actually took a shower. I was just needed the comfort. So sorry, I'm already in my PJs and that's just how it goes. Well, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I wonder if I can. All right, so here we are. I am gonna look at my, even though I don't, let's see. Bear with me. I'm still fumbling along. Let's see if we are. We know we are because Lisa chimed in from YouTube. So all right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. So we're going to make some more alternate projects using the January special delivery paper pumpkin. And I have a couple of ideas and a couple of extra products that I want to incorporate. These are the dies that coordinate. I actually just got them this week, yesterday, matter of fact. But I really want to finish this kit. I seem to not do that at times. So my goal is to do. So we are gonna mix some stuff. We'll see how far we can get and go from there. So let's get this out of the way. Pulled out all of our goodies and I'm gonna grab Poppy Parade. And if I need another color, I'll get it, right? Exactly. Okay. So I know that what I really want to do, we've got all these bits and pieces. I kept things out that I wanted. Yeah, let's just see what we're doing here. I've got two, three, four card, or one, two, three card bases. These elements, the die cut pieces, we've got a sheet of those. I know that I want to keep some stuff for a scrapbook page because I think it would be adorable. So maybe we'll have to do that as well. But I also want to make, I think I want to do a few extra things. So let's grab all these bits and pieces that we got this die cut image. I'm all over the place, so sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Chime in. Let me know where you're from. If this is your first time visiting me on either YouTube or Facebook, welcome. I appreciate you being here. I can see comments from both places, so that's very exciting. So yes, I'm here and I'm excited. So let's see what we can do. These are leftover pieces that I die cut out from when I made this card with the regular card base. And then we did this one as an alternate. We did a pocket full of posies. I thought that was super cute. And of course, we've got all these die cut pieces. These are as the kit instructs. So there's this one, card base. And this one, it's got like a little smaller card base. So this is the focal point. And these are my alternates. Whoops, whoops. Let's set those aside. We know those are our alternates. those in that box. And here is another one that is As the Kit Instructs. And I just really like it. And I know it's Valentine's Day stuff, but we're gonna do some different things with the remainder of this kit. So got a couple of things we can really use. So I'm gonna pop out all the die cut pieces. I ripped it. I was gonna say that would be cute for something. I've got all these bits and pieces here that I cut in half, as well as envelope that I cut. So we are going to get started. So welcome. Hey, Lynette, welcome. Good to see you here. All right, let's get busy. All right, so we've got these pieces. I'll set over here. Our stamp set. Lots of envelopes. So I've already cut envelopes apart, but that's okay, right? Absolutely. These are the dies that you can get if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. You can get these dies. You're all hearing me okay, right? You can get these dies every quarter. They have dies that coordinate with that quarter's Paper Pumpkin kits. I can get them out of here. It's a small little package, but like you have this postage type framed die, one that says beautiful and some tulips with some leaves. So they coordinate with each kit. So January, February, March. What month are we in? Yeah, January, February, March. So obviously this framed image here is for February kit. Beautiful may have been for, I don't know. No, not February. Excuse me. We're on January. So this is January. And we're waiting to get into February's kit, which came as well next week. No, we're going to start having that Friday, last Friday of the month, Paper Pumpkin PJ Party, 7 p.m., the last Friday of every month, unless I have to change my schedule. So that's just a little bit of recap on my awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, Sue. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to take, what am I going to take? Um, I know I need to keep envelopes. I'm going to use blue and the green. Look at, we just totally masculine there, right? Yes, we did. All right, we are going to take our envelopes and I'm going to try and remember how this girl did this. I was watching a video the other day. So I need a bone folder. And you betcha I'm making a little brag book. And why not a brag book for a little boy, right? So we're going to go ahead and fold all of our envelopes. We've got 3 blue, and I cut one of the green ones apart. So we've got 2 green, so that's going to give us 5 pages. So let's see what we can do with that. This might be all I get done tonight, but we may use all the extra stuff except what I want to keep for a big scrapbook page. All right, so we're going to do this, this, nope, this, and this. All right, so we're going to start with this one. And I already forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't forget. We're going to bump that right up to the seam. We're going to keep this flap out. Bump this one up to the score line. Make sure it's even. Even Steven. Grab our combo, which is behind my. We'll tell you, I got to get up. Here it is. Behind my pipette. Okay. We are going to add glue. Oops. In a way that is not going to create yourself a headache. So I'm just going to lift this up. You can use other glue if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Okay. Butt that up again to the score line. flip that over. We don't care about the closure. We're covering that up. Okay. Make sure that's gonna do what I need it to. I got a little glue everywhere. I didn't line it up to the best of my ability. You see that already? But you know what? I'm gonna fix that. No worries. Gracious me. Now we're gonna butt that up again and add glue. Maybe I should use my other glue. We're going to line this up to the blue one since I already made a mistake. But we'll make this a pocket. So I will trim and it will be fixed. Hey, Bonnie. I need to. I wonder if I can open that more so I can really see the chat. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's so cool seeing everyone. This is so awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right, got that one. We're going to fold that over. So we will just trim off that green. We're going to make that a pocket. Be fine. It'd be fine. All right. Now we are going to envelopes are such a hard thing to use, especially when they're decorative. Um, since prices went up for stuff, I have a hard time choosing envelopes for anything other than mailing cards. Isn't that crazy? I don't know how y'all feel, but there's something about these green ones. Up against and flip it back over. Okay. Now, we don't necessarily need to keep those open. We can do something else with them. So it's really your personal preference. Here's this one lined up with blue. Try and follow the line of, maybe if I slowed down, I wouldn't have such issues, right? Um, going to dig out my old Christmas envelopes from kits I have and follow the replan. Try this out. Sounds wonderful. Make yourself some mini albums, right? Love that. Now, there's that. Now the thing is, see, I still didn't line that one. I guess the green ones are going to have pockets. How's that? I need to do something here. Okay. I love you guys chatting amongst yourselves. All right, so now you have the thickness of, and I think that's because the blue one is not where I wanted it, but it's going to be there now. You have the thickness of those envelopes, right? And I'm sorry this isn't lined up perfectly. I'll blame the lighting, not the fact that it's night and I'm trying to do stuff. I'm going to add glue here, and I'm going to add a glue on here. The thing you want to make sure when you're folding this is that you are leaving enough room on that seam for this to open without any issues. Okay, so you kind of got a little leeway there. Now, I got things sticking to each other because I have glue everywhere. That's my bad. Now, with this, how fun would it be to bring in that Easter paper and make an Easter album? Hmm. Obviously, we can use this stuff. And I am going to, now that I'm checking things out, seeing what's even and what isn't, I'm going to come in here measure these two together, and I'm going to trim the green envelope carefully. Carefully, and we can't really glue that together, right? No, because, so these are going to stay pockets. We're going to cover some stuff. No problem. If they were all white, it'd be easier. Hey, Robin. So I'm going to come in here because I like, this little thing has, it's overextended, that area. Whatever. Find your scissors and stop talking. I didn't line it up right. But we're going to make it work. Okay. So we are going to, without cutting the blue envelope, line this up. Scissors up and cut and make a pocket, right? So now we have a pocket. Super easy. And actually, how do you know you have a pocket? Well, I'll look at. We thought we had a pocket. We will. Hold tight. I'm going to get a piece of paper and we're going to fix that. And that paper is going to come from, not that. We don't want flowers. Let me grab my Easter paper. See if any of this matches. Of course it does. This is Easter Joy, item number 166939. You have a very glossy finish with some, I don't know if it's silver or what kind of foil, or you have a matte finish. It's very fun. And I am going to grab I like these colors. We incorporate those. But what I really want is this one right here, because that's going to look good on the blue and help me fix my mistake. It's not really a mistake because it's still going to be a pocket. So move that aside. And we are going to, actually, do I need to measure? Let's measure 4 1/4. I cut the piece off. So we're going to do 4 1/4 by 5 3/8. 4 1/4 by 5 3/8. Nope. 4 by 5 3/8. Right? Yes. Isn't that cute? That a cute design. Love this paper. And this, I'm going to put on this side. Nope, I'm going to put it here. I need to fix that mistake, right? I need something green there. Let's put the blue on this side. Hold tight. Let's see what else we got. That's wonderful paper. Not quite the right green. But we have these. Woohoo. That would work. I don't want to cut that apart. With my only pack of Easter paper. So with that, we are going to incorporate this piece right here. I know I'm using the envelopes and covering them up. Makes no sense whatsoever. I know what I'm going to do. I just figured it out. So I am going to, I want a slice of this. Not a lot, just a little. So I'm going to say about 2 inches by 4. Nope. 5 and 3. Yes, 5 3/8. Now, with that, instead of covering the whole sheet or the whole envelope, this is obviously the page we're starting with. We are going to simply incorporate this as part of this page. Now, we can adhere this all down because up here is going to be our pocket, and that's what we're trying to fix. So I want to, you got to be careful of where you're folding, your fold. It's also a pocket. So let's go ahead and grab some glue. I'm going to use this if it stays on this paper. It's very shiny. It's gold, isn't it? It's gold foil. And I just wrecked it. That was supposed to be a pocket. Well, it's not going to be a pocket now because I just closed the whole thing. All right, no big deal, right? Absolutely not. That's going to go here. I need a strip of something right there. And that is going to be a piece of what colors are in this pack. One thing I need to find is my cheat sheet. Are y'all following along? Whatever check out of hotel is usually. Oh, you guys are talking about on stage. I love it. Okay, carry on. I'm just over here crafting, hopefully inspiring all of you. Okay, colors, coordinating colors. Oh my goodness, where's the back side of this? Okay, there it is. Blueberry bushel, bubble bath, darling duckling, garden green, mossy meadow, poppy parade, and gold. So let's find. That's not blueberry. I don't care what you're telling me. Let's find. Is it really blueberry? I beg to differ. Doesn't it look like that? I might actually incorporate Mossy Meadow, or I'm sorry, it's not. It's Misty Moonlight. Okay, Misty Moonlight it is. I actually am going to put this all on the sheet here, but I want to put something behind here. I like this, and I think it would be cute to add to that page. So again, I'm going to cut a 1 inch. 1 inch. Y'all know I'm just winging it, right? Obviously, it shows. Misty Moonlight, 1 inch by, what if I did 5.5? I could always trim it, right? Yes. And this is going to go flush up to that right there. Now I'm trying to just cover up. Well, that'll be okay. That's all good. There's so much you can do when you're making a mini album. And I want it to be even. So you don't cover up that closure. Okay. This is not a pocket because you know how I roll. I'm going to show y'all a little secret. Tear and tape. It's not a secret. I'm going to show you a little trick. Creating on the fly, always an adventure. Yeah, that's Celine. That's not my vibe. But sometimes, I mean, I was inspired by someone, but I didn't create this in advance. So I don't have a prototype to go by. But once you get the base of your album down, you can totally decorate it any way you want. Wing it Wednesday, huh? But it's not Wednesday. Hey, sounds good. That's too funny. I think I was in my craft room last night just taking a ton of pictures from that class that some of you participated in. All right, so I am going to add this. Oh, I didn't even show you the trick. How lame was that? Now this is smaller than that. I didn't show you the trick. I will the next time, promise. Let's get this even. Even Steven. Okay. There's those 2 pages. Now that this is actually a pocket, I will need to now adhere that. Since I made a boo-boo, it is going to be a complete pocket right here. So I'm just going to bring some of that in and let that hang out there for a minute. Love you too. Oh, so much fun. Oh. Okay, there's page 1 and 2, right? We know this is a pocket because we're going to put circle punch hole there. Let's grab our 1 3/4 circle punch. If anyone out there in the community here that I have has circle punches that are retired that you don't want, I may be that person that would take them off your hands. Do I want to do it both ways? I think so. Let's do kind of put it in the middle there. Going through a lot of paper, and that's how that works. Now you have a pocket. Fun. Okay, we'll do decorating. No worries. I've totally just taken the envelopes and ran with the concept of this paper pack, which I'm loving. Now, this we want to keep as a pocket, but I also want to cover up some of that. So we're going to slip something inside there, such as maybe a sliver of some shimmer. Let's see what we got. This paper is so pretty. Like, I mean, you have the sheet, and that's on the back. We could actually, that green just doesn't go. So kind of veering away from that. You have this sheet. So pretty. You have that green. And what else do we have in here? Got these fun little elements, cut aparts. Everybody loves cut aparts. Now that green, the green is like an olive or moss. It's mossy meadow. Have that, and that's the back side. And there's more. Oh, look at fall. What else? Is there more? I showed you that one. Showed you that one. I think I cut all the rest up. Yep, that's all I got because we cut things up at, oh, there's the other piece, the eggs and those. Okay. All right, I'm done playing. Sorry. I could cut a piece of this and tuck that inside. Oh, I'll use basket as a gift card holder, right? That was left over from the cruise. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this at, I think, probably just an inch and a half. And let's see, it's gotta fit in this opening. Oh, look at, I think it's gonna, I think I just need to trim a smidge off, or not at all. But I'm gonna have this side showing the eggs. So we can have that as a pocket, but cover that up a little so it's not looking so white. Super cute, right? Or I could do what I meant to do the other time and just add adhesive and put this on the outside. I think I'm going to do that. So I only need to add adhesive to this section, so I'm not closing this. And if you want, you can double that adhesive up when you're making albums like that, you want to sometimes use two glue so that of course I went over where I need glue, but that's okay. Actually, perfect. So that what was I gonna say? It's gonna stick where it needs to. All right, so we got a pocket there. We can, again, come in here with our circle punch. Try not to rip anything like I just did. Pop that off. Oh, it didn't rip. It just lifted up my. So there's that pocket. Awesome. This we're going to cover. I kind of like that peeking out, but not sure what we're going to do there. So why don't we take the back side of that? It just reminds me of dog bones. And I'm going to put another strip of brown. I think the brown is going good with the green, unless I decide to put another strip of this here. Could. Or I could take this. But remember, that's a pocket, and this would be great in that pocket, right? Will it fit? I don't think so. Not quite. That's okay. We got other things to do. Okay, back to this. I'm going to use, it reminds me of dog biscuits. Did I just say that? I think I did. I'm going to use this piece again from the other. I don't know. I wish this green matched. Does it look that bad? Not really, right? I know, too many decisions. Just get at it. Cut a piece of paper and let's go. Okay. 2.5 inches. I was just looking for my water. I think I set it somewhere else. Like the eggs, might need to get new paper now. Get this paper now. I know, right? And plus it's like, well, Lynette, like creating, I don't want to cover that, so I need to punch that after I lay it down. We had this conversation about scrapbooking, right? And do I want that to peek out from there? Maybe. I don't really know. Not too sure about that showing, but we can cover it with something else. All right, I'm going to adhere this. I'm going to trim just a smidge off. Just a hair. No, I'm not. Keep changing my mind. Easter paper for scrapbooking. Yes. All right, now I'm going to show you that trick. I think. If I can get my hands working. Okay. When you have your tear and tape, I do this a lot with scrapbooking, like big scrapbook pages. And I want to make sure that I have the best tape so that none of my scrapbook pages fall apart like they have in the past. And I will peel the longer strips, and bend them back, and I'll do them in the opposite direction. Okay. These smaller strips, I'm going to peel off completely. Let's say you're doing like a big, huge 8 by 10 piece of paper on a scrapbook page. How hard is that to line up, first of all, which I have secrets to that as well, because I don't have all these fancy tools. You want to line it up, right? Don't want to lose my train of thought while I'm sticking this down. And so it's lined up. It's not adhered all the way because we still have to pull these out. And that's what you do. But imagine a huge piece. It really is helpful to do it that way because you still have the opportunity, like if you're only sticking one edge down, to pull that off before you have it completely adhered. So it's very helpful. Another thing is when you're lining things up until I get new things that Lynette told me about. Yes, for the boys' scrapbooks. That's what I was trying to get out of my mouth. If you're lining something up, like say you want this, you're using this piece of paper and you want to line this piece of paper up. This is a great tool to do that because you have that lip. So it helps you. It helps you with the measurements. Like if you want it to be in the 3 to 6 inch range of using, you can't really see what I'm doing. 3 to 6 inch range, like you want to put a border there, you can measure it here. Like you can lay your 12 by 12 down and you can take that. I don't have it. I don't have that size, but whatever. You're going to take that and say, oh, I'm going to lay this and then I'm going to peel my stuff off so it lays flat and straight. I love using my, yep, scoring tool for, because of that edge on it to help me with lining things up with scrapbooking. It's awesome. All right, back to this book. Now that we have, again, adhered things down that we didn't want to, Atlanta, grab your punch and come in and get that out of there so you're not sticking your thing closed. Such a goober. Having issues with glue tonight. Okay, now that's open. Now we got that. It is, it's not open all the way because where I adhered this piece, it's not as clean as this piece, right? But it's kind of too bad because not as clean as this. I guess that's what I want to say. Okay, next page. I really want to use this, so I'm going to cut a piece of this and layer it over this entire piece. So we need a complete measurement of that. And that way it might take over my little ubu. I think my boo-boo was with the blue. Oh no. We're going to fix that too because that we had to use extra. So it's a little shorter. That's okay. All right. Complete measurement of that. We have 5 3/4 by 4 1/4 roughly. Like 4 and the 16th mark after. 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. Seems weird. It seems weird because, yeah, it just does. So I'm going to go to the 16th mark after 4 1/4. And then I'm going to do this at 5 3/4. But yeah, you have old stuff, old envelopes. Like, I don't know if you ever did the add-ons for Paper Pumpkin and you got the card bases and the envelopes and you got like a ton in a pack. And if you're like me, you may not have used them. Yeah. Yeah, you can totally do that. This is going to be another pocket. So remember when you're adhering, put your glue on this section so you're not messing that up on yourself. So we'll do the two-way glue method or two glue method. Go to that corner and that corner. And you're out. That's okay. We'll do more glue. Take some for a Tombow, put that in there. That'll be perfect. This, I didn't want to cut that. Now I have to buy more. See how that works? And I may need to trim this, but go flush up to. Now you can't tell that that green doesn't match, right? Nope. Now I could have done this beforehand. I still slip this in. It's okay that that came apart because it just needs to be glued back down. Okay, so there's that. We're just going to put a strip of something there, which can be anything now because this will match with all of it that we choose, right? Right. So how about some stripes? Nope. Let's see. that green. You could do some of that green or the eggs again. Okay. We are going to do 2.5 inches. Now this is not a pocket. It's just going to be, this one's not a pocket, but this is. So this is just going to be, I cut it the wrong way. All right, so that's 2.5 by 5 3/4. One thing I have learned lately is to, thank you, is to not be afraid to use your products. Use them, please. It's important. We could actually do that, and that would look really good. I don't want to cover all that up. I'm concerned about that, but we'll figure it out. I could do that. All right, we are going to just stop playing around. Grab our tear and tape. I'm using all kinds of adhesive. Whatever is around me, I'm grabbing. And here's something we could do. We don't have a pocket on that side. Doesn't mean we can't have a pocket on that side, right? To put something cute in. So we'll pull this section off, as I did before. Pull this up. Pull this one down. And we are going to put this flush to the, watch where you're putting it. See? Whoopsie. No worries. Flush to the score line. It's okay. I'm going to cover that. It's not a big deal. I can find the score line. Okay, there it is. All right. There and there. Okay, we've got that. And why not take another piece of this? And I'm just going to cut a strip and put it right there. Just for now. What side did I cut it from? Oh, that was the top of that. So let's take a 1/2 inch of this, or 3/4 inch. Got that worked out. 5 3/4. Let's see if that's going to line up. Yes, I was doing that on purpose. 5 3/4. I guess since I already cut it, right? Oh yeah, that's good. Oopsie. Can y'all see what I'm doing? How many of you got those awesome Easter puffy stickers or the Easter stickers? They're so cute. They're the spring puffy stickers. I don't know what they're called. They're just really cute. That wasn't. Now this one, I'm just going to pull these off. But you would do the same thing if it works for you. It may not work for you. This is going to go flush up against here. Line right up. Cover that piece. If it goes over, you can trim it. All right, so we got pocket, that page. Now we're going to cover these last 2 pages, and then we'll do something on the back. Now with this, we could go ahead and cover that page with this. For the stripes, let's grab the stripes. Apparently, I'm just not keen on all the green paper. it still would look okay. I mean, really, you could do this. Still would look okay. All our stuff coordinates, but I really want to keep going with these pretty colors. Do I want to do that? Could actually just do that on this page, and it could be a photo map. Sounds good to me. Okay. Got this. We don't want it too bulky, so you have to remember that as well, because you don't have a lot of room for bulk. But like you could build the book and then wait to adhere this last section in case you have um something you want to add, like with dimensionals or something like that, or you use the puffy stickers, and then you can find a way to just do a wraparound cover and just have these things be the pages, which, could be what I could do. All right, lining this up. We got those. Move it in a circular motion. And there you go. Reinforce those. Wonderful. Okay, so we've got that, and now we can do this. This somewhere, because we might want to use that. Now, this page, I think, needs more of this paper. I think I want to use more of that. So I'm going to cut a piece, not completely, just a smidge. Maybe I will do, I know, sometimes the brain works overtime. This is 3 by 5 3/4. And, all right, before I get started, I'm going to put a punch here. Okay. I'm also going to make sure, so this is going to be a pocket here and a pocket here, but I don't want to put that notch in both ends. How ridiculous would that be? So I'm going to move this here and I'm going to add something underneath there. So why not grab something that will coordinate with something that will coordinate. Hold tight, I find something. Or give it a pop of color like that. Or where's that green? I'm getting there. It's just taking me a minute. I got stuff everywhere. I could do the stripes. A bit of the stripes under there. Right there. Oh, sold. All right. We're going to cut a inch. Nope, an inch and a half. It's going to layer over one another. Use your paper, friends. That's why we buy it. When you make mini albums and stuff like this, it really lends to going through your stash. I mean, how many of you hoard paper? Like seriously, hoard paper. Raising my hand. I'm that person. All right, I want this to stick under here first. Then I'll adhere that. So we're gonna have a double, nope, because I don't want to mess myself up. Okay. Just gonna use this because it's handy. Tombow is great because it soaks into the fibers of the paper and it really sticks well. Of course, we know that, right? That's why we use it for 3D projects and stuff like that. Okay, there's that pocket all the way up to the score line. And then we've got another tuck spot here. We could have done it like this as well, but we are going to create another pocket. That would have gone so nice there. Oh, game changer. Kind of flows, you think? Because then we could have a pocket, two pockets, instead of doing it this way. I think I want to do it that way. Sorry, bun buns. Right, pocket. So I glued 3 sides, left this open, and it's not where I want it. Don't stick, don't stick. Okay, now it is. Now you have 2 pockets. And remember, you can still decorate all of this with ribbons and pretty things and all this stuff. Okay. Definitely have to put something on the back here to cover that up at some point. But right now, let's go ahead and do some decorating. I'm guilty of having a significant amount of paper. I know, right? Ephemera spring packs. Yes. With the stickers. Yes. Good choices. Yes, yes, yes. Love the project and your glue holder. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Where are you from? Welcome, Elizabeth. It's good to see you here. This is Let's Caffeinate and Create with MJ. I have a couple of these left. I have 2 left for sale if anyone's interested. Yeah, so you can reach out to me in a message. And the glue would come with it. Just saying. If you're in the United States, I can't sell product outside the United States. So, all right, here we are. Welcome, Elizabeth, to our community. It's nice to see you here. Okay, so we've got all of these pages. Now we are going to play. Let me grab some fun. Right, I can't lose these because I have to type instructions for another project. So many things. All right, these are pretty. They will go. Can't give a sneak peek of that. All right, here are the Soft Spring Mix and Match puppy stickers, which are super cute. And I did use one of the butterflies. So I'll pull out the full sheet. You get 2 sheets and they're so cute. Now, this is it's very spring. A lot is feminine, I will admit. But that's okay. This could, go either way. I have those. I have obviously these cute little and I have another full pack. They are the Easter assortment, and they are almost like foam, very flat, so they wouldn't cause a whole lot of issues here. What else? I have other pretty things. Pretty things. Um, let's see. We have these giant words that we could use. And we also have, oh no, that was a first scrapbook. We could also incorporate some of these memory more cards, which are the days like this memories and more card pack. So they might coordinate. And of course, we have these Easter die cuts. So let's pull these out. I think these would be super cute. There are different floral images, but you have like this basket. So cute. I mean, you could use the dies and stuff from the coordinating set, the Easter. Now that I've focused on all this Easter product. Um, oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you subscribe and come back and watch again. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. All right, so we have all those things. So we have this basket. We could totally do something here. We're going to try, we could stamp, but now our stamps are not Eastery, so I could pull in that Easter set. Cherish forever. Love this. Grateful. I love all these big words. Some things they're great for scrapbooking. I mean, granted, it's not purple and pink, but family fun. A lot of fun things in this big assortment of words, and that is unforgettable times mix and match. I love all the ephemera that you can get from Stampin' Up. Um, so these are not really Eastery. Everyday life. That could go in there, right? Sweet dreams. Could cut that apart and just use sweet. Unforgettable. That might be one we could use on a page if it doesn't overlap. Different things. Celebrate. Love this. So we're going to keep these two. They will match. They will match nicely. Nicely. Okay. Now, what else do we have? So I think I want to do this. Keep those aside. Let's grab our Easter stamp sets. That is not there. This is in my other pile of who is loving the new. Oh no, it's right there. So I took them with me to the cruise. Who is loving the new packaging? I'm loving it a lot. Nothing says creativity made easy like ephemera. Amen. That's the whole concept, right? Using those types of things. But we do have all these Easter things we could use, and we could die cut them out. So there is that option. And now that you just said that, Lisa, it reminds me I really should just keep going with the creativity made easy. That's what it's all about. Ephemera. You are so right. All right. So we have that Easter basket. Of course, the bunny is too stinking cute, right? What else do we have? There's not words in this, but I do have old ephemera that I could use that totally has Easter in it because I collect ephemera. You have these, look at that, blue, all these wonderful things that we can incorporate in this. So I highly recommend this pack of stuff. Now I'm getting all kinds of product in here, so sorry. You have to have it all. No, you don't. I don't have it all. I just like the things I like. Okay, maybe I can just put that right there. Find something that says Happy Easter. I'm going to pull out my old ephemera, the words, because I know there's Happy Easter in there. I could go on for hours, friends. I know that eventually I have to get going. You and Lori got me hooked on ephemera. Love that. Love it. All right. So I know that somewhere right there, there's Happy Easter. There's Happy Easter. And we have other fun things we could incorporate, maybe. But Happy Easter. Do I even want to do Happy Easter? Or do I just want to do Unforgettable? Everyday life. It's so cute with the Easter basket. I like that, honestly. I think I want to do that. Everyday life, Unforgettable. It's kind of big, unless I went like this. I'm going to do this. Yes, sold. Sold on the ephemera on the outside of my book. Now, remember, there's still a ton of stuff from my paper pumpkin, but it's going to get used. And it might get used on the inside of this book. Some of it. Everyday life. Did I even put glue on there? Yes. everyday life. We could put Happy Easter on the inside. We can put this here. I'm doing everything flush just because. Narrow down the bulk of anything. Wouldn't it be cute if we had a tiny little chick? What do we have? Do we have a puffy sticker? It's not a chick, but it's a bird. Too stinking cute. Grab some of these. Add some other color to the front of this, right? Right there. So the yellow helps the flowers pop. I don't like where that is. Let's put it over here. So there's the very first, the cover. I mean, we can add a bow and whatnot. I love these puffy stickers. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Look at this. Is this not going to be too stinking cute right there? Ah, I am loving this. I'm so glad I decided to do this. And this can have Happy Easter right there. And we've got a tuck spot. Remember, there's a pocket there, so we can build something for that. Let's add the little bunny there. You don't have to do tons, just add a little bit of stuff. There's our bunny. And add Happy Easter. Straight. I need a sip of water. I decided to not put my water on my work table. All right, we'll worry about putting something in there in a minute. What do we want to put here? Do we want to add anything there? I think we'll just leave that as a photo mat. And glue. We've got a pocket here. So we are going to end up utilizing the friends. Totally could do that. Pockets. Now we do have a lot of postage stamp things I could incorporate. And that's not a pocket, but we could maybe, I don't know if I really want to do that. Let's see. Thank you. This could actually, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do there yet. Let's keep going. Um, mhm. All right. Unforgettable. Is that crazy right there? What do you think? Because you can put something there. What are your thoughts on having unforgettable right there? I think it's kind of stinking cute, to be honest. I don't want to tack this down because I want to weave some stuff in there. So that will be for another day. I think I want to put this here. It covers that up. And I could take a wallet size photo, right? There's that. Covers that right up. Don't even know the difference. Perfect. Unforgettable. And I could add what? An egg. Yeah, an egg. Now, I'm not going to glue this all down because I might want to tuck something in there, but I will add glue to the bottom portion of this because if I decide to put a photo there, it's not going to be completely adhered down. So it'll be like a little tuck space. So you can, as you can see, grab something that's handy. I can slip a photo under there and adhere it. Okay, so there's that. I think this adds to that page and we can, add stuff. Obviously, I need to do the insides of these. I could, there's pink egg too. I could do lots of things, right? Yes. This is so much fun. All right, we do have this wonderful. I think I want to save this for something else, but I could add that right there. But I'm going to hold off using those elements. We've got this bright, cheerful page with a little fun. Now I think this green stuff really would go well here. And there's tulips there. So why wouldn't we pull out these tulips, right? We could add that right there or over here for that matter. I think right there. I keep doing things in the same spot or even right there. Maybe we'll put it right there. Maybe I don't know what I want to do with it. I'm putting it there. Again, I'm going to leave this as a little tuck spot. You just have to be gentle when you're doing the adding of something there. And there was another, wasn't there another? I think there was Easter Bunny. Yes. Grab one of those guys. And I think there's some more brown paper this little guy could go on. Or maybe he can go right there. Oh, looking up at the picture. So we're only going to add adhesive around that area. So then you could still tuck something in there. Show you. So you could still tuck a photo in there. How cute is that? I'm in love. Unforgettable. All right, these are tuck spots. These can be for photos, whatever. All right, let's see what else we have here. Love this. Yep, everything keeps going in the bottom. Maybe I'll put this one up here. My eye is drawn to the bottom, and I'll put more gems in here as well, those puffy little things. Oh, well, we pop that right there. Love this. And the back side. All right. Got pages decorated. We can add more things, but when I have pictures, it would look amazing, right? Let's grab these and add some more of these. And then we will find some cardstock to make our, I got glue there, obviously, to make our little inserts. This is a long video. Hope y'all had time tonight. Just going to add a couple of these over on this side. There's that. We'll leave this page without. We can add different ones over here. We can go here. And we want to make sure if we're going to stick a picture on here, though, that we're not getting anything in the way. I mean, we could actually just do that, and that along the bottom there. And I'm going to leave that alone. This has got enough busyness going on. I don't think it needs any gems or whatever embellishments. And I think I'm going to leave that as well. Okay. We've got those. Thank you. I love doing this kind of stuff. Mini albums. Okay, so we've got that. It's actually going better than I thought. I think I want to add, does that need to, I think that kind of calms down the busyness. I think that looks good there because those are two tuck spots. So let's go ahead and add this as well. I'm just loving this. That can go right there. Perfect. All right. Do I need something here? No, we've got those tulips. I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm gonna save some of this stuff for cards, right? What's on this puppy sticker sheet? Let's see if there's anything else we can incorporate. I could put a butterfly, but I think we're just gonna keep it low key because it's getting, see, it's getting bulky. All right, and plus we still have to add our sheets in here. So I think this one, we're gonna have to do something interesting with this because it is kind of adhered midway, like right to there. I don't know if you can see that. So I don't have a lot of room. Well, I have room. Um, so I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. I'm gonna put something in here. And you have to be careful how you're adding things because this is so close to the score line. So you don't want it to get in the way of things being folded. But if you, obviously with this notch here, you know you have something else in there. So let's go ahead and see if any of these cute little things match. Of course they will. Is there anything I want to, lots of laughter that I want to incorporate from this pack? Maybe not. Days like this. Like that. Use this one. It's got cute little butterflies on the back. No big deal. We've got lots of laughter. And okay. I'm going to skip this one and I'm going to go into this one. And will that fit in there? There is a journaling piece. So we've got that. Super easy, right? This, I don't want to cover that. This can go back in my pile. Let's see what we have here that we can incorporate. Anything? 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 Maybe not. Filled with happiness. I don't want to get too many butterflies involved. We got this. What's on the back of this? Flats. All right. Because this, you could actually take this and this can get tucked in there, but you would have to cut it down. So I could actually cut part of that off and make a tag, right? It's too big for there, but we could trim it and slide that in there. But I think now that we have this in my hands, I am going to, I don't want to really cut that. There's that. Nope. I think I'm going to leave these alone and grab some cardstock. So let's grab what's left here. We have a white card base from our kit, right? Yes. We can cut this in half. Actually, I think I have a piece that's cut in half. Thank you, Bonnie. All right. Just trying to find where my bits and pieces are from this kit. Bits and pieces. Oh, we got flowers there. My computer's getting hot. All right. Because I had cut that. What did I do with all of them? Oh, there they are. Buried. Okay. This is the piece I wanted right here. This can, and you could put an edge on it or something to make it not so. Oh, well, you could just take this. You could add that right there, right? I'm not sure yet. I don't want to get too excited. Let's slide this in there. This could actually be the part that sticks up for you to pull it out so you know it's there. I don't know. Not liking it. But do you see what I'm saying? You can kind of add bits and pieces. You can even put photos in there. Add a couple pages. Add. I just got inspired. Hold on. Paper, trimmer. And let's grab, so this is supposed to be blueberry bushel. I'm going to again grab Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to cut this down to, so let's cut it down to 5. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Hold tight. 5. What size is this? 5. Make it bigger so I can score it, split in half. This is 5 by 7.5, which means 7.5 is 7. 7 is 3.5. That's halfway of 7, and another quarter is halfway 7.5. So 7 3/4. Fold that over. Oh, look at that. Hold tight. My computer's asking me if I'm still going, as if it doesn't know. All streams recording will be shut down. Cancel? I don't think so. I'm still working. All right, so we have this. Okay. What size is this? Is that going to fit in there? Almost. Okay, we're going to finish this one piece, and then I'll do a flip through for my next on my next video on Sunday. Okay, I'll show you the completed thing Sunday. Okay, that will go there. Oh, I want to trim another 4th minute. Now we're going to quickly add this to the inside of this. Oops, as I get glue all over me. Thanks everyone for sticking around. This is a long video. I appreciate you being here. Hope that you are inspired. And if you make these, please post it to your social media and tag me. You can tag Let's Caffeinate and Create, or you can tag me, Create with MJ, whatever. Just tag me. Tag me so I can see it. I would love to see it. Okay, there's that. We have this. Now, I'm not going to decorate this, but you can decorate the outside of this. And now you have inside here And of course, you can put a tab on this, but obviously it can go deeper in there, but you know there's a pocket, there's something in there. Pull this out, and you have another brag book inside of your pocket. So you can do that. You can even, if you really wanted to, leave this part out, but who wants to cover those eggs, right? Not me. So there is that. You have a little mini card album type thing in there, and you can do the same for this one. You can do so many things. So I'm going to call it a night. I totally appreciate all of you. Let me just flip my camera around, even though I'm looking like I need to go to bed. I had the best time. Thank you for inspiring me and my own creativity. Um, wow, this has been fun. I can't wait to make more of this kind of stuff with all of you. I love making cards, but I have a ton of cards. These albums can really be a great gift for somebody. So I hope that I inspired you. Thank you all for being here. And thank you so much, Elizabeth. It's great to have you here. I look forward to seeing you again in the future, as well as the rest of my community. They're great here, so they certainly will welcome you. And if you have questions or anything like that, they're great at chatting amongst each other. So, thank you again. Many Stampin' Blessings, and I will see you Sunday at 2 p.m. my new time, Eastern Standard Time for Let's Caffeinate Create. We're going to use some new product.